से मास्टर्स कर रहा हूँ, तुम भी करना चाहते हो तो वॉच दिस वीडियो टिल द एंड. आई विल टॉक अबाउट लाइक the intakes, the admission requirements, the scholarships, the English requirements, and also costing. So stay on this video till the end to know about the cost estimates for the entire process and the steps for a normal master student, how he has to go from start to end. So just giving a over insights, that masters is a 2-year course. It has 60 credits for both years, making it 20 credits. Exams are flexible. You will be given 2 to 3 attempts to clear an exam. Attendance is flexible. There is no strict attendance. Apart from few subjects, you can directly go and give exams, and for the rest of the time you can do self-study, or you can also do work, because people do, my friends and some people here also do part-time jobs, landing with some amount of 1,000 to 1,500 euros in beginning from starting. And you can in your last semester you can do thesis and internship from any part of the Europe. So that's not compulsory that you're doing it from the same university. And like mostly universities accept all graduate degrees, but around 9 to 10 universities do not accept 3 years undergrad degree. So just be careful whenever you're applying for the university. Just look for the website and see the prerequisites and the requirement before applying for that university. And bachelor, if you're getting from 60 to 75%, you will definitely land up in an average university. And if you are scoring above 75%, then you can go for some ranked universities in Italy. So let's start. Gather documents, and I'm sharing the screen and showing you the entire process. Continue now, and I'm gonna show you the screen, which I think it's pretty much visible. So you can just keep noting down the points so that you remember that you are going right on track, and then you can just keep doing the parameters, the different parameters and stages, so that you land up in Italy sooner. So first of all, and the first most important, is applying for the passport. So if you don't have a passport, just apply for the passport. And if in case you don't know how to apply for an Indian passport, just let me know. I'll send you the details across, or I'll make a video on that. Just comment so that I know that you need a video on that. Second is, most importantly, is applying to universities. So you have to finalize, first you made a passport, then you have to probably look if you want to do a bachelor application or a master's application, because both are quite same, but there's some different documents that are required for each of them. Then you are gonna finalize the course, what course you want. When you're finalizing the course, you have to choose it from the university website, and then you have to see what are the requirements. If they have IELTS requirement, if they have no English requirements, or if they have medium of instructions requirement. So accordingly, you can have the IELTS criteria, the finalizing course criteria, the passport one. Now, once you have finalized the course, you have to apply. You have to make an application. So some universities have €0 fees, application fee. Some have 50, so it might be from 0 to 50. So if it's a good university and a good course, I would prefer that you pay the fees, because that would enable you to apply for the university, and thus the university might review it and would send you an offer letter. And then at the same time, you can apply for the merit scholarship, and this is only for a few limited number of students. So it's good if you get it. In case you don't get it, I'll come again to the next scholarship, which is the need-based scholarship here. So till then, you can finalize the course, apply, and then wait for the results. And some universities might have the interview. So in case you have an interview, you just give it. Or few universities ask for SOP or statement of purpose or CVs. So they would have the entire checklist. Just just follow that, and you will land up on a perfect application. And then university might email you as well, asking you some additional documents that they might require, so that to verify your candidature. So this was all about planning course and deciding university. Then the second part is having pre-acceptance. So the university would, the university you applied would send you a pre-acceptance. So there you can apply to 5-6 universities, I would recommend. And because not all universities will give you an acceptance, because the acceptance rate are also not that high, they might reject you or might accept you. To apply to at least 5-6 universities, so that you land up in 2 and 3, and then go for the best one you have in hand. So once you have the pre-acceptance, you have to go to the university site. I would just mention it in the description, and there you have to download the pre-enrollment. So I would tell you the process how to download the pre-enrollment in my upcoming videos. So once you have the pre-enrollment, you can only do it for the one university. So you can have to first finalize the university, do the pre-enrollment. Pre-enrollment is basically a process where you tell the consulate that, okay, I am applying for this university, and the university sends your details to the consulate that you are applying. So it's the India consulate, the Italy consulate, where you are applying for like the visa. So they would have all your details. So you have to just take this summary along with pre-acceptance letters and other documents in the checklist for the visa processing. And then it's the time you have to start documentation, because the documentation is very lengthy and it takes time. And similarly, apply for a need-based scholarship. So need-based scholarship is basically a scholarship given by the regional body of the Italy. Italy has 20 regional bodies, and their regional bodies help international students to get like around 6,000 to 7,000 euros, probably like around 6 lakh rupees every year, for a livelihood, for eating, cooking, hanging out, or maybe like some research work. So they give you kind of a pocket money, which is 6 lakhs, which is a lot of amount. You won't even be able to spend that much, along with free accommodation, free meals, and also would waive a university fees. So all of these are the benefits of the need-based scholarship. So it's technically, if you get it, it's one of the best, and I would guide you how to make a need-based scholarship in my upcoming videos. After all of this, once you have like the pre-enrollment and you have the pre-acceptance, you can proceed for the DOV. DOV is like Declaration of Value, or CIMEA. So I would prefer you to go for DOV because it is the letter given by the consulate. So you have to go to the consulate. You have to give your either 12th mark sheet if you are applying for like the bachelor's, or like the provisional degree in case you have not got the final graduation degree, or the final graduation degree if you have received it for the master's program. So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to do HRD attestation. So your document would be attested by the HRD ministry. They're gonna like put a stamp on the back of it, and then it would be like Ministry Apostille. So it would be MEA Apostille. After you have got all of these two apostille done, you have to book an appointment with VFS, and then you have to select the DOV option and submit your DOV at the VFS. Then within like probably a week or 10 days, you will have your DOV back. Here is my DOV for your reference. You can have a look. How does it look? So sometimes they ask notary and sometimes they don't. So these are the attestations. Some documents have SDM attestation, some have HRD attestations, and few documents need Italian translation as well. So, but for DOV specifically, the HRD is important, the apostille is important, and submitting it at VFS is important. And then you will get a letter from them having the signatures and the consulate name and like everything, whoever is giving you the DOV, because it's kind of a verification of your educational degree. So few people, what they do is they put up a fake document on webs, or like they submit to them, and they're not able to cross check. So it's them who will be cross checking it, because it would be like stamped by two ministries, the HRD attestation and the MEA attestation. So that's the process. Once you have the DOV in hand, you have to go and apply for the visa. So for the visa, sometimes getting an appointment is difficult. Sometimes it's easy because a lot of students are in line to apply. So as soon as the appointments open up, it just closes soon. So I would ask you to, like, whenever you reach to the stage 5, just keep looking at the VFS website for the long-term type D visa. Whenever it's available, just book it. And before that, just prepare your documents. So you receive the DOV from the consulate. You have to write a cover letter. Now I'll have a separate video for the cover letter, which should include like your motivation for going to another country, about something about you, and your intention to return back to India. So you have booked appointment, and then you have to fill the application form number D. You have to show them the receipt of payment of fees. So university abroad are mostly 90% free of cost if you apply for the need-based scholarship, but you have to pay around 100 to 200 euros as regional tax, which you might get back into your Italian account. So for that, there's a process, but don't worry right now. It's after you arrive in Italy, you let me know, you message me on my Instagram. The link is already in my description. I'll help you with the refund of the enrollment fees, which is around 100 to 200 euros, which is a mandatory you need to pay. So in the visa, this is the checklist. So as you can see the checklist, you can just have a screenshot, or you can find it on the VFS website. So as you can see, we need ITRs, your ITR, your parents' ITR, to show that you have sufficient amount of funds, which is roughly 6,000 rupees. You can also see that in the the brochure that I showed you. You also have to like get the visa type photograph click, which should be on white background. You should have like accommodation booking. So your university, if you are getting accommodation in university, you should have the university accommodation booking. And in case you do not have the university accommodation, you should have the booking of a hotel for the first month, so as to allow you to look for accommodation. Because when you come here, you directly don't have accommodation, so they ask you to book a hotel for 1 month, so that they know that you have a place to live, and meanwhile you can search for accommodation, which you can anyways cancel after having the visa in case you have a fixed accommodation finalized from the university side. You should also have a one-way ticket. So one-way ticket is mandatory for you to submit to the embassy, because with this they analyze what is the date you are flying to Italy. So accordingly they would like give you a visa. So at least whenever you're submitting an application, try to put that booking date after a month at least, because it takes time, minimum of 3 days to 2 months. So 1 month is pretty much ideal. And you need a medical insurance. So I would suggest you to have 1 year of medical insurance from a renowned approved list of health insurances as a travel cum medical insurance. Sometimes they ask you for one and the same certificate. So what happens is sometimes your name on passport on your mark sheet are different, maybe a spelling difference, or maybe the sequence of surname and name is different. So they ask a letter from the government side that you need a one and the same certificate, that two people on like passport or on mark sheet or some other documents are same. So they certify that, and based on that, the embassy believes that two people are same because they have similar name, but there might be some change, and they allow you. You should also have a sponsorship letter in case you are not funding yourself. You have your parents, your some company sponsoring you, or maybe like a bank sponsoring you. So you need to have like the sponsorship letter. You also need a financial documents, which includes your ITR, your business profiles, your what are you doing currently, and you have a family backup. You should have your 6 months bank statements, all of that. So this was pretty much it about the visa, and you can just read the checklist which I had shared with you, or maybe have a screenshot of that. So you'll have a complete list that you need to keep in mind while applying for the final visa, because all of these documents should be ready before the deadline. And they would also like take your original DOV, and then they'll return it back with the passport whenever your passport comes back with visa. So, and then the next process would be like to pack your bags, of course, because you have received your visa. Congratulations. And then board the flight to Italy, and you have to like be ready. And then there you have to do all of this. You have to get your Codice Fiscale. It's like Aadhaar card of Italy. It's very easy. You can get it in 1 day. Open Italian bank account. So once you have the first thing, you can go and always go for first go for the residence permit and get easy. So easy is like your financial document. So you can connect with me on Instagram. I'll help you with more details. So it's like you have to get your family composition, like what are the incomes your parents are earning or you are earning in your country, which is India or some other nearby countries. And then based on this document, they'll see if your family income is low, they will give you the need-based scholarship, and they would also give you the financial document, which is easy, which is like a financial document in Italy. So based on that, they would give you a scholarship if your parents income is below a certain level, which is roughly 20,000 euros, which is like 20 lakhs. If your family income is below that, you are eligible for need-based scholarship. Then you can apply for residence permit, because our visa is ideally for 1 year. So because our course is for 2 years, so for the second year we need a residence permit, for which we have to apply right now. So we have to pay a fees of 102 euros, wherein they would give us a residence permit card, and then we'll be a resident for the second. We'll have a residence permit for the second year, which will enable us to come and go in entire Europe for any number of times with that card. And then open a bank account where you will have like an Italian bank account, an Italian card, with which it would be easier for you to like pay for charges, deduct for some different things. So this was the 6 stages which I told you. Just focus on application, focus on like pre-enrollment, then focus on the documentation, because these stamps take time, the HRD attestation, the ministry attestation. But I know people who can get it done sooner. So in case you find it problem, just get back to me again, and I'll help you out with all of these styles and attestation, because I have also got my done, I've got my friends done, and some other people's done as well. So it would be easier for yours to also get done. And the main and the critical part is visa, where you have to put a lot of time, a lot of energy, because even if a smallest document is like fraud, or it might be some fake document, they might reject your visa permanently. So it's better to like follow everything properly, or like get guidance from me, so that you get all the documents cross-checked, so that you know that what you are applying is correct and is what the university and the embassy is expecting, so as to receive your visa. Because I received my visa in 3 days, so I know the process inside and out, and I can help you for sure. And then forget about part 6, because it is very late when you arrive in Italy, like on probably October or November. So at that time you have to do this, and all of this like are like 1 or 2 days task. So just don't worry about that. Apart from this, I think it was pretty much clear. In case you have any more doubts, please reach out to me on my Instagram, or also on the description. I have also added a link for my WhatsApp group. So in case you have any doubts, you join my WhatsApp group, and you may ask that doubts there directly with me. I'll help you out reviewing your documents or clarifying your doubts as much as I can. And with this, I hope I have given you a proper overview of how to proceed further. Just don't worry much. It's an easy task, but you have to be consistent, because it takes like roughly 3 to 4 months for the entire process. And probably you have me right now to help you out. So it's not a problem at all. Just trust yourself, trust the process, and you are done. So this was it pretty much, and I think I have given you a lot of insights. But like I promised, here is the cost estimate of the entire expenses to be made in Italy. Just like me, it is variable, but this is an estimate, and if you like apply earlier, there are high chances that you'll end up with a need-based scholarship, which would make your education free, and the government would pay you 6 to 7 lakhs INR, or like 6,000 to 7,000 euros per year for your education in Italy. So it's free, and also give you opportunities for working in 27 countries. Now 2 more have signed up, 29 countries, because of the Schengen visa. So it's a good opportunity. Don't delay. Just connect with me in case you have any doubts. I'm available on WhatsApp, on Instagram. Just message me or just put a comment below, and I'll help you out with the entire process. All the best.